This is Rebels at Cloud9 bringing you guys today a new cool sci-fi product review. And today I'm going to be bringing you guys from the original series of Star Trek, the Phaser. This is made by Art Asylum and Diamond Select Toys. And this is probably one of the items that almost every Trek fan owns. But I'm going to be showing you guys today what it does. This is the first one I bought. It unfortunately doesn't work anymore. This is the black-handled Phaser. Now when they first made these, they made a few variants. They made a white-handled Phaser, where this was white and the whole thing was black. And then they made a bronze-handled Phaser, where of course the handle was bronze, and most of this was all blue. Like this was blue, this was all silver, and it looked quite a bit different from this here. I'm going to rotate my camera up a little bit, pivot over here. This unfortunately doesn't work, so I bought this. I found this at Toys R Us. Whoops! Found this at Toys R Us one day, and I was completely surprised to see that they had it there. I never expected Toys R Us in Canada to have anything of Art Asylum there, so I immediately bought this. And it's supposed to be bronze handled, but it's kind of a brown. It's not really bronze. I'm kind of disappointed with that. And if anyone could tell me why they made it this way, that'd be really great. So this is the one that Captain Kirk used in the original series, and this is something I didn't know till I actually got the product. I was new to Star Trek at the time. This is Phaser 1 right here. It comes off and detaches from Phaser 2. This is what you'd see they'd have sometime, just these on their belts. These are not 100% the size of the real thing, and the reason I've heard that they're not 100% the size, they're supposed to be 3/4 scale. The reason why they're not full scale is because then they would have to license them as an official Star Trek collectible, and the price would have to be extremely high on those, like you've seen it with master replicas. That's why they're so expensive, is because they're true scale. That's what I've heard, at least. I don't know how true that is. So I'm going to show you guys the ins and outs of this thing. Here's your degree setting here, and it has all these different sounds. This is supposed to be the makes the beam longer. And here's the trigger right here. Batteries go into that compartment. These two pins here connect from here to activate this thing with these two prongs there. And then this little hole down here is an overload. I'll show you guys that later. So it's on setting 1 and that's off. Change it up 1 degree. There's a 2nd degree. And last, what I have seen a lot of people doing is the light in here is red. I've seen a lot of people taking these apart and putting the blue ones in there because that's what they use mostly in the show. I think that's a pretty good idea, but these things are pretty small and pretty fragile. I've taken one of these things apart. That's kind of hard to do. Do it with your own risk. You can find videos on how to do that on YouTube and all over the internet. Just Google it, whatnot. So then this just fits in here like that, and you have to pull this pin out to release it. So this goes in here, and this you just switch once, and you keep this on your settings, so you can have this on whatever setting you want. And then twist this. So there's an overload for you. Here's the trigger for it, and this is the switch to turn off and on the emitter right here. And this turns, to my surprise. It actually dims the light on here. That's something that the Master Replicas phasers apparently had a problem with, is these things would be stuck and you weren't able to use them, and they had to recall a lot of them. I personally think I would buy another one of these and refit it with some LEDs to make it blue. I think that looks a lot better than the red. But all in all, this is a really good product to have. And the good thing about this is the phasers, the phaser 1 is the only thing that breaks on them. So I do have my black handle phaser. What I can easily do is just swap it like that, because the black handle is a lot nicer than the bronze handle in my opinion. This is my review and showing you guys how these phasers work and stuff. I know these have been around on YouTube. I thought I would do an audio one for you guys. These things go from about $25 to $35 depending on where you're at. There are exclusives that you can get. In the white handle phaser and the bronze handle phaser are probably the hardest ones to find. I think the white handle is probably the most rare out of all the three. Since this bronze handle phaser came out, they've started making more different variations of them. They've redone the white handle phaser, but it's just this painted white. It's so watch out for that online. For collectors, I'm going to give this most definite 9.5 because this is really a great product. Diamond Select have outdone themselves once again, and for kids, I'm going to give this a 9 as well. This is Rebels at Cloud 9, signing out.